When you are helping students on Seesaw, it is helpful if you know how to navigate the tools yourself. So this is an activity that I downloaded from the Seesaw library that gives us an opportunity to do that. So in a previous video, we talked about clicking into an activity and how you would choose the sample student to demonstrate. So here are some things you might want to demonstrate for students. One, always at the top is this view instructions button. So if you don't remember what you are supposed to do, you can always click that and take a look at the instructions. Another thing that is helpful is that there are all these tools here. So I'm just going to follow the directions as they are on the page. So in some cases, it may ask you to click and listen to the directions. So here they are. If I play it,
today you will explore.
I can hear them that way. Another thing is that there are multiple pages to this assignment. So over here on the right-hand side is where you navigate between those pages. I'm going to go ahead to this page, which gives us an opportunity to practice with the camera tool. So if you're asked to take a picture, if students are asked to take a picture, they would click this. They could either click here for the camera, click here to do a video, or if they already have a photo on their computer, they could click upload and save it. Once they do that, let's see here. I'll take a quick photo and I need to allow it. So smile big. There's my photo, and now I can resize it and I can move it into the frame. All right, so I've done that. Next, I'm going to go on here. This is giving us practice with the microphone. So I'm going to click the microphone. It's going to record in 3, 2, 1. My name is Cynthia. I am a lot of years old. So I'm going to pause that. If I have more to say, I could press this button again and continue recording, but I've done everything I want to there. So I'm going to click done. And now I can listen to it. My name is Cynthia. I am a lot of years old. If I want to delete and start over again, I can click anywhere on the screen, not on the actual button, but I can click on the screen, and then I have these 3 dots come up, which gives me some options. So I'm just gonna, well, if I wanted to, I could delete that. These are teacher options that the student will not necessarily have. Okay, so I've done that one. Moving on to this page, sometimes there will be drag and drop activities. In that case, you need to first click this button, this select tool, in order to drag them. You see, if I'm on this one, this will not move. It'll just draw a line. That's not what I want. So I want to click the select tool, and then I can move these things. Okay, moving on. We already kind of talked about video. And then this last one is practice using the tools on your own. So I'll show you a few other things. This is the text box, which right now it looks like it is green, but I can change the background. Usually I just leave it white or gray, and I can type in here. And then again, if you click anywhere on the screen, not on this, these 3 dots come up and you can change the style and so on. You could also make it bigger or smaller, and you can move it where you want it to go. So that is the text tool. Down here, you have some shapes. If you want to make a box, oops, I should just click on that. If you want to make a box, then you can move it around on your screen, change the color, and so on. And then you could add maybe some text inside of that. So I'm going to move that in my box and resize it so it fits. So that's what you can do with that. Down here, this is the pencil, the pen, the highlighter, the sparkle pen, and then the eraser. With each of these, you have an option to change color. I believe this one usually you can pick, doesn't seem to be working, but usually you can pick how wide you want that to be. So if you want it to be just really thin, I'm not sure why that's, oh, there it is. So I could make a thick marker or a thinner marker. So depending on what you're asked to do, you might want thick or thin. And then finally, eraser. Again, if you click, I guess the trick is you have to click a little farther down. You could make a really big eraser like this that will erase quickly, or a really fine eraser if you just want to do a tiny bit of it, or if you just want to get rid of it all, you can click erase drawing. So I think there's kind of the typical undo, redo buttons. If you really need to zero in on part of the page, you can do that if you're doing some really fine work here. If you need to add a page for extra work, you can do that. Finally, when you are all done, you could either save it as a draft and come back to it later, or you can submit it. And then you can see it's going off to the teacher. Now it is in the journal, and the teacher will look at it. It says, well, this is the sample student, but normally it would say waiting for a response, I think, or waiting for feedback. So there it is, waiting for the teacher to respond to it. So that is a lot of instruction, but I hope that gives you some ideas of different things that you could have students do in Seesaw.